Hey kids, Inverted Cow here. Welcome back to Vintage Story. I know I'm probably putting far too many of these videos up on the channel and neglecting some of the other playthroughs I had going, but quite honestly, I'm enjoying the game too much. You know me, I binge play a game and I'll just play and play and play it, and well, that's what's been happening with this one. Speaking of playing it, let's jump back into the game. Okay, we're back in the game. We're just coming up on early morning here. Just wanted to point out a few little things. First, this was something that somebody had mentioned that I neglected to point out on my first playthrough, or my first episode of my first playthrough, which just went live the other day. So you kind of guess how far ahead I am right now. The different levels of your nutrition, as you get these all full, your hit points go up. The fuller these are, the better they are, the better your hit points are, which really pushes to make good meals with a lot of variety to them. Next, I have rearranged things. I've done a lot off camera, a lot off camera. So I'll really quickly here try and run you through it. I made a couple of these little fire pits that you can see, and they have crucibles sitting on them. The reason for that is I needed a place to store resources that I was collecting, like gold, or zinc, or where the hell did you go? Please tell me I haven't did. No, there it is. The quartz. You can put the quartz in the little crucible deals, but unfortunately you can't do much with it. I know why I had ended, because I was going to. Right, I was going to start by smelting this stuff. Anyhow, other things that we have done. I'm going to bring up map. Leave it kind of zoomed in so you can see it better. You'll see that there is a depression in the earth here that just runs in a straight line. It doglegs over and then it goes straight down here. Straight over, and the dog legs back down and comes straight over. I made a road. This area here, I found copper. I started digging. I need to make a new pick because I broke my second pick. Digging that. There's more copper down there. Somewhere on the surface here, I was coming back and I passed a tree that had what looked like gold or something at the base of it. So I'm kind of curious to find it again and deal with that. But yeah, I made a road because I had a long ways to haul and I was going back and forth to pick stuff up. I found a temporal gear. This is what you can do to place your respawn point. I'm not going to place it in here. The reason for that is over here I have done a lot of landscaping and just about completely finished digging this out. Of course, my pick is broken. Pick's broken. I got to dig it out. The rest of the way, that extra dark patch right there is obsidian stone. But I'm going to build my I'm going to say main base here, but I'm going to build my first base here, which I think we stated back when we first started working on this, and I'm almost at that point. Part of the reason, of course, is I got a lot of resources around here that are really handy. The bees, which are over here, and yes, you can see the leaves are starting to turn colors. We're in August. We're getting close to fall. which means I have to get started on building this house. Also, right click with your empty hand whenever you see these resin packets to pick the resin. Don't chop those trees. Do not chop trees with resin in it. You will lose the resin and the tree. If you don't, you can just collect it and harvest it and pick it and put it in storage. Okay. Now, of course, when winter hits, one of the things we really will have to focus on is storing food. Don't want that crap. Don't want that. Third time's the winner. There we go. Put that back. These crocks store everything, but they do store some foods really well. For example, mushrooms. This one is finally starting to spoil. These mushrooms in these things last for months. Grain lasts for like 100 days. Root vegetables last a little bit longer. Like they last for a little while, but they will go bad after basically a month, like 35 days, 32 days here. Currant, yeah, this one's already starting to spoil. Little berries and stuff, they don't last very long at all in these. But I need to start looking at putting in stuff for... I need to start building on that base. So what I want to do here before I get too carried away is get this fire going. Now, I have 1,355 units of copper going in here. The 55 will fill this ingot mold, and the 900 are needed for the anvil mold, and then the rest are going to go in and make me a pickaxe. And I'm kind of tempted to make a long blade. I might almost make a second pickaxe, actually. The 900 would leave me with 3 things that I can make. And pickaxes are very needed. I might just make ingots. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. But let's not that one. This one. This should be done. Let's fire in the charcoal. See, you can warm it up to your 800 degrees just using wood, and that saves you a lot of your initial warm-up with the coal. I don't think one coal is going to get this to the point where it will heat. Yeah, it's just got to get over 1200 or almost to 1200 degrees. So we're going to put a second coal in there. Let this run. Let this get hot. Okay, it finally has melted. So again, shift, right click. $900 to 900 in there. We'll fill that up. And that up. Tempted to make the long blade because I'm using spears because I find spearheads in the sifting sands. But I'm tempted to make the long blade just to have that. Now this is hot. I still have 300 units of copper in there. I want to do a second pick, and then I want to do, maybe I'll do pick, and then the other one will go into an ingot. So we'll just dump this over here. And let's shift, right click, puts that down. That's only 800 degrees. It's just a tad toasty. Okay, so I don't know. I'm tempted to run off and show you here while this is cooling. So we'll do it. Okay. Okay, here's my path to spawn that I was showing you a little bit earlier. It's not exactly perfectly flat, but it is straight and can be basically just run at full pelt without having to slow down up until this point. Right here, if you go down into this cave, I've already moved a bed. I've set up a fire pit and a few other odds and ends in here, because down this cave is some raw resource, lead ore, hanging out here in the claystone. But there are three, so nobody comes up to visit me here, there are three caverns down here, each leading off in different directions, and another cave up that way. And I believe there was another cave over there that I saw. So this is a great entrance to some substantial underground exploration probabilities. So I'm going to leave that there to be seen so I can come back to it. And again, along this path, I've got lots of this fire clay along here, so I've got lots of resources around here. A good stockpile of mushrooms up here as well, which is always handy, especially once we're going to start collecting for winter. There's some more resin. I'm not sure what I need the resin for yet. Exactly, but we will collect it because I was informed that you will want a lot of it. And then this is the desert region with all this lovely sand. This was the main reason I made the road back this way. That and the fact that literally just on the other side of this hill is the respawn point. So that saves me a lot of walking. And once I get some more lights down here, I can light this thing up so it can be easily seen. This is blue clay. Lots of resources down this way. And as you can hear, chickens. Okay, these should be cooled enough to touch. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Please tell me you're not cooled yet. Contains a molten metal. That's a good sign. It's not molten anymore. Come on, no. Solidified. Reheat to melt again. Crap. It's already at 1800 degrees. I'm just wondering if, or 800 degrees. I'm just wondering if I can warm it up the rest of the way. Probably burn up the rest of my coal doing it. There's 2 bars of copper. Which we'll place down there for now. Eventually I'm going to move all of this over to where I'm going to be working on this house build, home build, whatever. Over there, but for now it can just stay here. There's the anvil. I'm not going to start pounding on the anvil yet, but a saw blade will be the first thing I will make for what I want to do. I have to make a that's going to take a while. That's not good. I have to make a forge to warm that up. Put 2 more pieces in. I think it's going to take longer than that. We'll see. But what I do need to do is come over here with the pickaxe and start cleaning this out. Now I've already kind of laid out a bit of what I'm going to do. And I haven't really mapped it out yet or not, but I'm going to make 4, this is 25 blocks by 25 blocks is what I've dug this out to. I'm going to make 4 little rooms in here, 5 by 5 along the back. I'm going to put a staircase down up here in the front, and then this whole area is going to basically be for storage, and then the layer above it is going to be where I'm going to put the smeltery and the kitchen and the workshops and such. That's kind of my plan. Now, of course, how long it takes to do that is another story because, well, as you know, everything goes according to plan at all times, right? Have you melted yet? I'm a little concerned because it says will create crucible fired. Will it create crucible fired with 200 units of copper in it? Because what I am not seeing is a progress bar. Now my concern is that this won't actually get hot enough. will it pour? Okay, so it did get hot enough to pour. It just didn't indicate that it was hot enough to pour. Okay, there. Now that crucible is empty. I'm wasting a perfectly good piece of coal, but that's fine. Cobblestone. H. What is it called? Forge. Thank you. It's basically just cobblestone in a U-shaped. Okay. So let's escape. Open up crafting. And this is my forge. Which we'll put there. Now, you remember last episode I made all that beautiful, lovely... I gotta feed my guy. He's gonna just start getting grumpy. There we go. Spelt porridge. Is that all I got left? Is just that? Whoops. I'll just have to deal with it. I made all that lovely charcoal. Which we can't see now because it's dark. Also, if you ever want to keep torches forever burning, just pick them up periodically and use them. Every time you use the torch, it resets the timer that degrades or shows how long it's going to be before it degrades. So you could literally have an infinite torch. That's a handy little trick I have figured out. So it says I can shovel this up. Okay. Let's just work our way out of here. Shift click. Okay, shift click in that. I'm going to grab one metal, copper metal, dealy, and X. Light the forge. Pop the copper on. Okay, I'm just going to make one copper ingot thing here. What I want to make is, as I said, I want to make a saw. I have a spare pickaxe head because I expect to break this one digging out that the rest of that basement. And so I'm just going to let this heat up, and then I'll bring you back here just when we're ready to craft that saw. Okay, it topped out the copper at 1100 degrees. Now, I would never recommend that you ever pick up molten copper in your hand, but hey, I mean, if that's what works for you, go for it, but you will regret it. Okay, so now, again, it's F. Come on, hit the right button, cow. There we go. Okay, heavy hit spreads everything out. Upset right. Let's try this again. Right, 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 right. And then F, down, right, 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 and left. Left. I love it because it's like a puzzle game, you know? Oops. Oh no, that's left to your current standing. Oh, that's not good. Okay, F again. We're gonna go up. And up. And left, 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 and down, and down, and left, left, and down, and split. Now all the purple should just come off of here. There we go. There's one screaming hot saw blade. Now, H. Ingredient for the saw. The saw is a stick with the saw blade on top. Okay, so it's just like all of our other tools, like that. It doesn't matter the fact that it's still 1,000+ degrees. It will work just fine, like that. Now the saw lets me make planks. I don't suppose I can do anything with that, eh? No. Okay. So let me just grab some wood. I cut down one of these oak trees, and unfortunately that means I have tons of oak wood. It was a large tree. It took 4 axes to cut down. And quite some time. So let's make up a bunch of planks, which filled my inventory, so I'm guessing if I exit out I'm going to just have planks flying everywhere. I need more cargo space. Right here, take that soil. There we go. That picked up everything for some reason, somehow. Okay. I can make a chest. If I remember correctly, it is just squares like that. That gives me a chest. I'm just going to empty. I don't want to do it into this pot. Where is that resin? have the resin. And that burns until it's out of charcoal. Okay. So first things first, let's make ourselves a wooden chest. Plop that right there. There we have some storage space for junk. That's a start. Okay. Next, bring up H. I want to use, for making slabs, I can make all sorts of nice oak things. The shelves, of course, we're going to need doors. So let's look at the recipe for doors. That's straight up and down. Slabs is just 2 side by each. Okay. So considering the amount of work you go through to make these things. So this is how I can make slabs. Let me do that. Okay, now if I understand this correctly, I can place it only horizontal. Okay. So these will only place that way. This will make only vertical. I wonder if there's a way to rotate through. So now I can make oak slab walls. And then I rotate it. Okay, so it's either slab pieces or walls or auto. Okay. Auto takes a bit of effort to make. There's one other thing I discovered here. You see here we have basalt rock. To get rocks, and I'm just going to demonstrate it with some dirt here. What you have to do is have a rock. You want to collect a piece of rock. You have to mine out everything around it. So all blocks that are touching that block, and then you dig out this block, and then this block here would fall. Now it won't do it because I placed this block. So you got to keep that in mind. If you place a block back in, you can't mine it out as a full block. But that's how you get whole blocks of stone, which I believe is something that will be very nice, very useful down the road. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. Now I'm going to end here. I'm going to say thanks all for watching, kids. Hope you're enjoying Vintage Story. Between now and next episode, I'm going to work on doing the layout for the house, getting some of it built, some of it up and ready, so I can actually move the forge, the crucible, and most of my storage over there, and we can get ready to start preparing for winter, which means I have to start collecting a lot of food, get some shelves built, get some other storage options built. And next episode I want to go into figuring out how to store food for winter. I'm hoping to actually get some armor built at some point in time, because I do want to go into those caves and go exploring and all that kind of fun stuff, because that's an entire new headache all on its own. But we're not going to do that anytime soon. We got to get a base set up first. So thanks all for watching, kids, and I'll see you on the next episode. Good night for now.